Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how I leveled my armor smithing from 1 to 200. I had planned to start this on Sunday and have it posted for Monday evening or Tuesday morning, but the server issues this week and the closure of the wealth transfers set me back because I just had no space to farm. So I apologize for it being late, but here it is. Also, I feel kinda gross saying this, but a few of my subscribers have told me I should. If you guys could toss me a sub if you enjoy the video, it really helps a lot. And if not, just give it a like and a comment, and I would really appreciate it. Now that I did that business, let's get into it. To begin, let's look at the gear. While skinning, I wore my skinning set. I wore this for the chance at rares that I could sell on the market to generate gold to pay for my taxes and processing fees. But also, while skinning, you can get some nice tier 4 and 5 cooking materials that come in very handy in some of the higher tier recipes, and it is always nice to have them on hand for this reason. My skinning set is very high dexterity, because as we know, at the 5th perk in dexterity, we get a bump to our gathering yield, which is a nice bonus. My skinning knife also has luck and yield. It isn't perfect, but it works fine for the purpose here. If possible though, try to get yield, luck, and Azoth extraction for the most benefit. When I was gathering cloth type material, I wore my harvest set. Much like the skinning set, I wore this for the rares I would get that I could sell to generate some gold while harvesting. This set is also high intellect to help me hit that 5th perk to get the yield increase on harvesting. My sickle also has yield and luck while harvesting, which helps a lot when gathering large amounts of fibers, silk, and so on. I also placed skinning and harvest trophies in each of my 3 homes. This also helps when gathering large amounts for a crafting session and getting those rares that you could sell in the process. While processing my hides to leather, I also used my tanner set. This is simply invaluable, and you can see why. Using this almost cut my total materials needed by half as I went through. I would also recommend using the weaver set if you have access to it. I unfortunately did not. So that is why for my leveling, I focused on leather. Well, part of the reason. Another thing to keep in mind while we level is the town board. There are resupply missions on them that will want you to craft armor requisitions. Check your town board in every town you pass through. I would not depend on them to level, but they are amazing supplements as you go because they give nice crafting experience bonus for very little materials. Also, always remember to flag while in town crafting. You get an additional 10% XP, and it adds up to saving you a ton when crafting such large amounts. Now let's look at the leveling. For this stage, you are going to need rawhide, linen, and iron. For rawhide, I always go to Fort Ramos in Cutlass Keys. This is an amazing rawhide location, where you can easily generate 9 to 12k rawhide per hour if uncontested. If, however, this place is heavily farmed on your server, another really good spot is the alligators. Just walk up and down the shore. They yield a large amount of rawhide, and of course have a chance to drop the tanner set pieces as a bonus as you farm. You are going to get a ton of meat because of the amount of rawhide farming you will be doing in this process. I don't know what you like to do with yours, make rations, prep different meals, but what I like to do with mine when I get 1,000 plus is go to a territory I need to work on standing with and just make 1,000 plus rations there and toss them on the ground. This is a great way to get an easy 5 plus territory standing levels for nothing. This may seem silly to do, but your time is valuable, and my goal is to get the most possible progress out of every moment spent in the game grinding. For linen, head to your favorite linen gathering location. I have a few. For me, Reekwater. This is my favorite because it's always uncontested due to the high level required to even be there, and how infrequently 60s seem to farm fiber there on a regular basis. But if you are lower level, anywhere will do. For iron, again your favorite iron farming route, wherever that is. Mine is Cutlass Keys again. There is a ton of iron here, and even if it is contested, there's more than enough to go around. So, now that you have your materials, from level 1 to 50, I focus on making coarse leather gloves. They're called rough leather gloves when made. People often question why I chose to make coarse gloves over common linen items. Simply because I have always found in every case that finding animals to kill and skin is easier and faster than finding hemp. I know hemp is everywhere, but it is not as frequently seen as an animal, so when I can go with leather, I always do. you will have to make 104 rough leather gloves. But because you will get a bonus while processing your rawhide to coarse, this is not a big deal and you'll jump past it very quickly. From 50 to 100, I went with rugged leather gloves. You're gonna have to return to gathering rawhide, linen, and iron once again. Now I know people are gonna say rugged leather gloves only give 270 experience and the coarse give 108. It only takes 4 coarse leather per pair for the coarse gloves and 4 rugged for the rugged, so it's more cost effective to make the coarse. I don't believe this to be correct and I'll show you why. If I make the coarse gloves, with the amount of coarse I have here, I would get 33,750 armoring experience. But if I use a few rested tannin, which are very easy to get, I can process it again to rugged, and in this case I now have enough for rugged gloves equaling 37,536 armoring experience. And to be honest, this was a bad RNG roll. But if you for some reason are struggling with tannin, crafting the coarse gloves is an option, but you will go through a lot more rawhide. From 100 to 200, you will be making layered leather gloves all the way. I originally tested coats and alternated between the two to see which was better. Coats are excellent also, but I think gloves squeeze out a little more experience for your leather investment, so I would stick with those. For this phase, you will need to be upgrading your rugged leather to layered. To do this, you'll have to farm some thick hides. Thankfully, this is so easy in Relentless Shore. Head to Boarsholm and skin till you are full. This should take you about 5 minutes. And before you say this is an exploit, it actually isn't anymore. This was patched, and now is their intended spawn speed, according to the patch notes. So there is simply nowhere that can even come close to giving you thick hides at the speed this place does. This is a great spot also, because the field here is full of hemp, silk, and some wire fiber, so you can get that all picked and stocked up in the process. To be honest, it will probably take you longer to get here than it will to fill with hides. During this phase, you should also get on those town board missions. You will see a lot of them offering 1650 plus experience, which is a nice bump for a few iron and fibers basically. And here we are. Congratulations, now you're done, and you are a 200 armorer, ready to sell bags and make your legendary armor set. I hope this guide helps someone out there who is looking to get their armoring leveled as quickly as possible. To be honest, this one was the least difficult so far, so don't be intimidated by it. So what should I do next? Maybe furniture? Weaponsmithing? Here is where my skills are at the moment. You guys can have a look and let me know in the comments. I also wanted to let you know I will be posting a few Lost Ark videos over the next couple days because I received a closed beta key for the technical beta and there is no NDA, so I will show you what I see. Anyways guys, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.